Alright, the day has come. It's a startup day. Just filling it with water and making sure there's no leaks, which there's only been a few, so we're on the right path. I literally think just that one leak. So I'm just taking out the methanol pump right now because we don't need it cranking dry. I think there's still a leak. Yeah, that sucks to get through. You can hear it.
Oh yeah, something's dripping here.
Yeah. Jesus. I think it's still that fitting.
Yeah.
It's like oozing out of here. Look. I already re-crimped it.
Yeah, this looks wet.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's leaking from here. Maybe I'll just hit both of those and re-crimp both of them. Because I think this one's fine. I think it's leaking down from the top because you can see it wet on the
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough. Watch out, I'm gonna get over here. We're gonna have to figure out what to do with this pump when we're on Rocky Mountain Race Week because we don't need it. It's gonna have to like.
Oh, like when you're
chill
driving.
right there. Because it's sealed, so it's not gonna do anything. I gotta take that off now, which sucks. That feels rough.
Is that water or fuel?
No, that's full. I gotta take it back off and re-crimp it.
Is there a way to drain it other than letting it go all over the engine?
No, not out of the fuel rails. It's definitely not ideal. For
No,
sure.
it's not.
This is the only one that's not leaking. Is leaking. I mean, luckily it dries fast, I guess. So annoying. It's the only one. Fuel bath in the morning.
Yeah, good thing you have the garage door open.
Some serious fumes in here. If I put it back on and it's still doing it, I'm gonna have to just make another line. It's just weird, this is just one.
You might as well just make another line. How hard is it to make another one?
It's not hard, it's just I don't want to make another one. Must smell like gas all day.
You're gonna need a shower before we go
Yeah.
to
Seriously.
my parents' house.
Did I re-crimp the bottom one? I don't think the bottom one's working. Put it in the fancy crimper machine. Test it again.
I thought you were doing both.
I already did the other one.
Oh.
I should have done it at the same time, but. Ooh, my ring just like swelled up.
From the gas?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I have to like do some brake clean dousing.
Just throw some water on it real quick and Yeah, we don't need a fire.
Not ideal. We're gonna be the fire extinguisher lady.
No. I don't even know where your fire extinguisher is in here.
Over there.
Oh, I see it.
Problem with the bracket I made is like you can't tighten it because I just mounted their stock bracket. I might have to make another one so I can actually tighten it. I don't see any other leaks, do you?
No, no other hoses looked wet. That was the only one. Well, oh,
There's a
that's
little
probably
one back
wet
here.
from that coming out.
Now everything's wet.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be really hard to tell.
This one is wet. That's because it isn't tight. That helps. I'll take my ring off. It's like huge.
It's weird.
Yeah. I could.
How that?
It acts fine with like acetone.
But as soon as methanol touches it.
Well, this is just regular gas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why is it? Shouldn't be pushing past this.
Oh, you heard it going to the tank?
Yeah, there's fuel in there. There shouldn't be fuel in there
Yeah, I heard it
because I
going
have this
in there
ball
too.
valve. I don't know why it's going past the ball valve.
So I guess the car's not starting today.
I mean, if I can fix it. I just don't know why it's going past this. It's weird. Yeah, I think it's oozing out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the fitting.
I told you you need to make a whole new.
Why is it bypassing that? I should have no fuel going in there. I'm gonna take that apart. The joys of new car things. Hoping just one of these is like loose. Of course, it's not the right one.
You're starting it?
I'm scared. I don't want to start it. Trying to start it. It's not like the cool one.
That was anticlimactic.
Well, welcome to starting a race car. It's a good time, I tell you. It didn't sound like the fuel pump was on. Right?
Why would that be on?
All right, so as you saw, we gave it a shot, but the coolant temp and the air temp are reading weird numbers. Coolant temp's like -40, so that's probably why it loaded up with fuel. Actually, both were at -40, so it loaded up with extra fuel. So I'm not sure what's going on. I gotta go get a multimeter so I can ohm out this sensor. I did try plugging it into a stock GM sensor and it still reads -40, so not real sure what's going on with that. I can see the change in Holly. I can see where it's, you know, changing the timing and stuff on both of them, but I don't know why it's not reading either of them, if that makes sense. So I got them disconnected now, so I'm gonna go get a multimeter and then probably ohm them out tonight and see what it says. Super frustrating because it definitely had spark and it definitely had fuel, so it just wasn't happy. So I'll get back with you guys and we'll give it a shot later. What's going on? So it's been a week since the last video. Last time you saw, we were trying to troubleshoot some issues that we were having. I think mostly it boiled down to some wiring issues. Ryan came down yesterday and got that all sorted out. So big thanks to him getting that figured out and driving down here. Not a short drive for him. So we really appreciate it. So what it boiled down to, it was on our switch panel we have a kill button, I guess you call it, that up there, and somehow it was feeding. These connectors were flipped backwards, but they were, I guess, in the right order, if that makes sense. They were, yeah, I don't really know. He figured it out, but they were just, as you should have, like male on one side. If you have two different circuits, male on one side and the female, so when you connect them, there's no way to cross them, and they were crossed. So the entire 5-volt system was being basically flooded with 12-volt voltage. So got that figured out. We went through and did all the IO stuff, got that all sorted, and everything should be good to go. We went through, tested all the sensors. I set up more stuff in Holly. I think that's about it. We got a time slot today with Scott Clark to get a first start. So that should be at like 2 o'clock is when we're dialing in with him. And then I know Mark's gonna come up. We're gonna work on it a little bit, do some things that takes 2 people. This center console carbon piece and that one, that's a 2-person operation because you can't reach your hand under there. So that's the goal for today. Yeah, all the wiring is pretty much done. We tidied it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. But other than that, we are go for start, which is exciting. It's filled with oil, water, trans fluid. We don't have a drive shaft, so the rear is not filled. But we did kind of come up with, this is pretty much what we're gonna do on the drag and drive events with the methanol pump. We're just gonna let it chill right here, probably zip tie it to something, but it just has this hub you guys can see right down there, and that's where the spud goes in and connects. So we're just gonna let that chill because I don't want this spinning dry or overheating the fuel. We do have one issue that we're trying to figure out. The ball valves, these Earl ball valves are leaking like crazy. There should be no reason as to why they're leaking. I have taken them apart to get this on, but it shouldn't be, the ball should be sealing. So they say they're good up to 200 psi, but we're at 45 is what the rear pumps at, and they're leaking like crazy. So we're gonna have to figure that out. It's not yeah, it's not gonna work if we have all the ball valves leaking, because that means if we have methanol in the car and the methanol pump on, it's gonna pump fuel back to the rear tank, fill the rear tank, which might have gas in it, with methanol, and it's gonna fill when we're on gas, it's gonna fill the gas tank with regular gas when it could have methanol in it. So yeah, we got to diagnose that. I've taken one apart. I think I might take another one apart right now and just go through it. I don't know what else to try. If you guys have any suggestions, I guess, comment. Hopefully they quit leaking because they're really not cheap. There should be no reason that they're leaking. So I'll let you guys know when Mark gets here and we get ready to fire up. We'll keep the video rolling for you. So stay tuned.
Yep. I just haven't pulled it open. Probably still right. Started though.
We can start, man. Keep it running around 1,000 RPM with your foot.
You want to just tell me where 1,000 RPM is?
I really can't very well. Just feel it. You just gotta feel it. with your
okay.
body.
I mean, could we not just put it?
No, that's a whole profit.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not the pin that's going through it. It pulls the secret off because the hole is too big. So it like backs it. So I'm gonna put a well is gonna actually do it.
Huh.
Ready?
Yeah.
Just try and hold it 1,000.
Okay.
Whatever you think is 1,000.
All right.
Pretty rich.
Yeah, I was like open quite a bit.
So you'll have to use your foot for a while.
Oh, great. Can I just like open the screw until it's tight?
So rev it up, hold it to the belt.
I'm like open a lot. Make it, try it again. Try it first. I'll get it there.
There it is. Just try to hold it. Yeah, I don't have to go pressure.
Whoa! Prince.
You can.
Yep.
Something's not tight.
Dipstick maybe?
Dipstick? Really?
It's coming from on top of this block fitting.
Get my flashlight again. I don't know where it is though.
It's on the bench by the carbon.
I was gonna say I've set it down like 3 times now.
I think broke something.
No, not dipstick. Oh, it's this top.
Top
it's
line.
converter. The cooler line.
Oh.
It's probably not right,
Probably not.
if I had to guess. Someone's really bad at tightening things. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Way loose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
At least that's pressure.
Yep.
Pressure tested by leaking or Can you reach that one?
Maybe.
Here, let me get some towels.
Oh, that one's tight. Oh, we know you put fluid in it.
Yeah. It's only a quart on the floor.
Not that much. It's a lot, but not.
Okay, ready?
Sure.
Try it again.
You want to dump any more?
Still squirting out something?
Yeah.
And if you're out there, it starts at like 65 and starts dropping off fast. There's about 400 connectors on that transmission, so. He said it's good enough, you can run it as you need to. I'm probably ready to drive, so I'll keep you posted. So. Yeah, I don't know how to diagnose that because I keep on. Right? There's literally like 12 connections. But yeah, there probably needs to be some fluid in there now. At this point.
Getting on top of all the carbon.
Yeah. So it ran.
It did run.
It did run. It's
did
just leaking out of the 900 fuel fitting or the fitting. Trans lines under the. We got all the dump valves, and someone forgot to tighten. Fittings.
Matt.
I guess I was too worried about the. I was worried about the fuel side of it. That was trans. I was like, it'll work.
Fine. It's not like there's pressure there or anything.
Yeah. So yeah. So we need to figure out why the rear fuel pump is. So it builds up pressure, then you start it, and it slowly bleeds it down. So we need to figure out why. I believe it's leaking somewhere in the pump back here. You can see it spraying down from the top. So we're gonna take that out and double check things. I'm sitting in the office making the editing this first startup video you guys just saw, and you guys kind of didn't see the progression of issues we had. The first issue was the wiring, feeding all the 5-volt sensors 12-volt power. It was not happy at all. The sensors were all messed up, so it took about a week of diagnosing. You kind of saw that at the beginning a little bit, and that was the same day that Marissa was out there helping me when we had the leaks and stuff on the fuel line. That stuff's kind of normal. Obviously I should have went through and checked it a little better, but I guess just had other stuff on my mind. Probably too excited to get it running, but got that going. And then what was the next one? I believe the next one, so Ryan came down last Saturday, got it all figured out, wired everything we needed to, went through, tested all the inputs and outputs, and got them all where we needed them to be. And walked through a lot of stuff, which was nice. And then we try to think the next one. So Sunday came around, got dialed in with Scott Clark, and then the car was dying as it was cranking, so it would hit a cylinder and pull the voltage down because it was like it was trying to start against itself. That took us 2 hours to figure out. Come to find out, it was the firing order in the Dominator was, instead of being, a normal LS firing order, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So after we figured that out, you guys saw towards the end of this video, the fuel pump was not staying on, and that was another issue of the Dominator having a 5-second timer on it. So I don't know where that came from, but that's why it was dying quickly as we would start it. So obviously at the end you guys saw it running. I didn't get a video any after that, so this is kind of my wrap up of it starting and finally hearing it run.